I'm not one of those people who dismisses a re-release purely on the notion of its existence. I love to replay games, and if they happen to look prettier and run faster, cool. And if they inflate my trophy count, hey, that's even better. But there are good ways to remaster a game, and like Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition recently showed me, bad ways to remaster one as well. Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition isn't the first poor reissue I've played, nor is it even the worst, but its shortcomings serve as a valuable case study on how a remaster fails.
Now, can you half-wits do the math and see the problem we face?
For starters, the bloated $60 launch price is way too expensive. Remasters need to find a price point that's enticing to returning fans and new customers alike, because you're ostensibly either asking someone to buy a game twice or to buy a game they skipped out on a few years earlier. $60 would not suit Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition in a vacuum, but it's even more outrageous considering all the newer games competing for that same dollar. Charging full price in a more competitive market dooms Bulletstorm to the same disappointing fate it was subjected to back in 2011, showing that Gearbox had not learned from where EA and Epic had failed. Although 60 bones would be easier to swallow if it, like the best remasters, packed in enough new content to justify its price tag. The Full Clip Edition includes its 2 DLC map packs, minor visual improvements, 6 brand new challenge maps, and an overkill mode, which is the same core campaign that allows you to carry all of the guns at once rather than just 3. None of these minor bullet points should have been the selling points to double down on, since they point out how badly lackluster additions can damn a remaster. More maps don't make the multiplayer any less of a ghost town. The visuals only look slightly better, especially for those of us without a 4K setup. The new challenge maps are locked behind layers of progression, and the overkill mode should just be the new replacement for the main game. After all, the arbitrary 3-weapon limit is directly antithetical to the open, improvisational nature of the brilliant skill shot system. But excluding content is this game's biggest red flag, which comes in the form of Duke Nukem's Bulletstorm Tour. Duke Nukem's Bulletstorm Tour is a campaign add-on that swaps out protagonist Grayson Hunt for the moronic 90s caricature Duke Nukem. Duke's new journey was included in their advertisements and was genuinely the most outwardly inventive thing about this remaster, despite it being a minor reskin of the same exact game. But this full clip edition is light a few rounds because Duke's tour was only included for those who pre-ordered and tossed behind a $5 paywall for everyone else. It's a bad look for Gearbox to put out a premium priced so-called definitive edition and withhold content, which is especially outrageous given how the word free is plastered across its logo in the ad. Cigar-sucking loser aside, the Full Clip Edition should have just followed the best remasters and made value its core proposition in one way or another. It either could have released as is with the Duke DLC, but at $20 or $30, putting it at an alluring price point for those who really wanted to get to it but never quite found the time. Darksiders War Mastered Edition. Wait, is it really called the War Mastered Edition? Oh my god, why? Anyway, Darksiders War Mastered Edition is a good recent example of this low-cost, low-maintenance method. It didn't add anything or look drastically better, but for $20 it's hard to complain because its low price sets the right expectation. Or Bulletstorm could have just doubled down on its price, offering enough new content and overhauling the visuals enough to justify its existence to stand among the best brand new games of 2017. However, even the best remasters pack in a ton of worthwhile DLC or bundle enough games in the franchise to support a more premium price, both of which are aspects Bulletstorm itself can't support. Instead, it picked the shortcomings of each way to remaster a game by not adding enough new noteworthy features and having a premium price point. As it stands, it offers little to no value to most types of customers. It also managed to pick up 2 disappointing business practices of today by slapping console players with a 9GB patch and failing to give current vanilla Bulletstorm PC owners any sort of discount or gesture of goodwill. This whole bullshit storm is frustrating because Gearbox has squandered this game's only second chance to receive the success it deserves. Remasters are a way for some publishers to test the waters for the general desire for a sequel, and while Bulletstorm 2 was shelved, I can't help but think that this will inevitably drive another nail into that coffin. DMC Devil May Cry was in a similar situation, but at least its remaster took steps to rope in soured fans, along with those just looking for a harder, better, faster, stronger Devil May Cry. DMC 2 probably won't happen, with one of the heads at Ninja Theory only giving it about a 1 to 10% possibility, but at least they put forth a respectable effort. Despite Gearbox's recent hopeful words, it's hard to imagine Bulletstorm 2 having better odds, given their unfortunate haphazard approach to this re-release. While I believe they had the best intentions of bringing back an underrated game, the way in which they went about it essentially ensures that Bulletstorm will retain its status as a sequelless commercial disappointment. Thanks for watching.
Misanthrope.